Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. Hey, do you ever have doubts like you've done something so terrible and you know God has forgiven you, but then days later, months later, years later, you think the thing I did was so bad. Did God really forgive me? Am I still forgiven? Well, yeah, he does still forgive you. Okay, once he says he's forgiven you, he's forgiven you. Today, in what this is the second to the last episodes of Genesis, and you're going to see Jacob's sons, the brothers of Joseph. They're concerned because they're thinking, "Oh no, Dad just died, and did Joseph really forgive us?" And you're going to see Joseph has to reassure his brothers, "Yeah, I forgave you. You're still forgiven." Okay. And so let's see. So hopefully you get from this whole thing here today the reassurance that once God forgives you, and it's forgiveness is available to anyone that asks. Once we're forgiven, we're forgiven. Okay, we don't have to keep on getting forgiven, and for that same sin, we are forgiven. That's it. Okay, so let's read here today. It's taken from Genesis chapter 50, verses 15 through 21, and it's entitled, "Yes, You're Still Forgiven." All right. It says this: When Joseph's brothers saw that their father is dead, they said, "What if Joseph holds a grudge against us and pays us back for all the wrongs we did to him?" So they sent word to Joseph saying, "Your father left these instructions before he died. This is what you are to say to Joseph. I ask you to forgive your brothers the sins and the wrongs they committed in treating you so badly. Now please forgive the sins of your servants, the God of your father, when the message came to him, Joseph wept. His brothers then came and threw themselves down before him. We are your slaves, they said. But Joseph said to them, Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, and the saving of many lives. So then don't be afraid. I will provide for you and your children. And he reassured them and spoke kindly to them. Okay? Now, let's start back here. They made the statement, and they said, hey, Dad said, treat your brothers kindly. I don't believe that they really, that was something they made up, okay? Jacob didn't, tell it to the brothers. He would have communicated it directly to Joseph, okay? So that was something they made up, like, we got to, say that Dad said this, okay? Because realistically, Jacob would have told Joseph, hey, treat your brothers good, okay? And he could see the evidence that Joseph had treated his brothers really well, all right? So when Joseph hears this, his reaction is that he wept. He's weeping because the brothers still don't understand that they're forgiven, okay? And they don't understand completely yet that this is part of God's plan. Joseph saw that. He saw that this is part of God's plan. You guys selling me into slavery so that I could get here and then I could become the ruler. It wasn't going to happen another way, but it was part of God's plan. And so he reassures them then this was part of God's plan, that this happened this way, okay? So then he goes on and he says, you intended it for bad, but God really intended it for good, okay? And then he says, so don't be afraid. I will provide for you and your children. And he reassured them and spoke kindly to them. So not only is he forgiving for them, but he's providing for them, okay? When they came into the promised land, Joseph said, hey, don't, leave all your furniture and stuff back at home because you can have the good things that Egypt has here, okay? And he provided the grain and everything for them to live on. And so apparently he's still doing that. And he says, don't worry, I'm still going to take care of you, okay? Once Dad dies, it doesn't mean, this is all over. No, he's still going to take care of him. So they needed this reassurance and that they were still forgiven. And Joseph gave them that reassurance, hey, you're still forgiven. So hopefully this speaks to you today that when I sin and I'm looking back at it like, what a stupid thing that I did, and that sin was so great. Am I still forgiven? And God says, yeah, you're still forgiven for it. When I forgive you, you're forgiven forever. Okay? So anyway, remember that today. Thank you for watching. I'm just a regular dude tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, because we are concluding Genesis. So we're going to be going to another book. So if there is a certain book that you want us to study in the Bible, of course, then you need to contact me and let me know. Give me a call, text me, make a comment on the YouTube comments, whatever. All right. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Lord's blessing to you.